You are live. Yay. Starting it early. Why am I starting it early, you might ask? Well, because the preparation for doing one of these damn things takes about 10 minutes. So I figure, why not start 10 minutes early? Okay, more like 9 minutes early, because it took me a minute just to get the thing working. And my web browser has decided that it doesn't want to work. Great. That's just awesome. All I want to do is load the link up so I can open up the chat room, and if some dunce decides to come by, I can ban them. Yeah. That's really the only reason why I bother opening it up. I think the title is self-explanatory. This is not working at all. Damn. Look at this. What is this? What is this? Not working at all. Oh, now it goes. There it goes. Anyway. So, that's a thing. Shut up. Don't need that running. Change that to live chat so I see all the messages. And now it says buffering. Yeah, screw you. Who cares? So, today, we've got more toys to play with. Yay, computers. Who doesn't need more computers? Well, I don't, but that doesn't stop me from picking them up now, does it? So take this tripod off. Go get other tripods. Sorry, I don't understand foreign languages. And we will, as soon as this decides it's going to function, stupid tripod. I go through this mess every week. I don't know what this is doing, but it's not behaving. That's what it's not doing. It's installed, and yet it's not. This is really stupid. Is it any wonder why I hate tripods? Okay. This is just ridiculous. You're going sideways for a second. It's probably going to tell me that the aspect thing is locked, which is great. I don't care. Just so I can get this stupid, ridiculous tripod to work correctly. So there it is. Socket 7 system in all its glory. All its rusted out glory. First things first. Screwdriver. Let's pull out all the screws. I'm going to open the top cover. And the reason why is so I can make sure the system is unplugged. Because I'm going to test the power supply. I don't know if it works. We're going to find out live. It could do any number of things. It could blow up in my face, which would make very good YouTube entertainment. It could not work at all silently, which would be very boring. Or it could work perfectly. And this is a waste of my time. I want to make sure it's unplugged, and it is. It's not plugged into the motherboard, it's not plugged into any of my sensitive equipment. I have no idea what this might do at the time. Actually, I know exactly what it would do. Is that would have gone to a fan of some kind, which is fine. I don't have it anymore, so it doesn't matter. But I want to test this. It's set on my screwdriver. That's awesome. I'm sure you can hear fan noise. It's rather hot in here. It's not getting any cooler the more I do this. I'd love to have the window open. Okay, plug that in. It's plugged in. Let's push power and see what happens. Well, that much works. The fan comes on. Didn't blow up. So, okay. Turn it off. I'll plug something into it. Of course, this is all zip tied up, which is very annoying. I hate zip ties, especially when you're in computers. So, plug in that. Now shift the machine around so we can investigate whether or not the floppy drive comes on. Well, it doesn't. Okay. The other thing that I'm going to do, I should probably check and make sure I'm getting voltages out of it. So that's what we're going to do. With our lovely China Pride multimeter, which has only one lead for some reason. Where'd the other one go? There it is. Tangled in with all this other junk. Actually, more like tangled in with a bottle of Windex. Isn't that nice? Plug that back in. Highest this should be is 12 volts. Lowest is 5. So, is it on? Let's do the incredibly safe thing of jamming probes into it, expecting that it's going to do something. Well, that's 5. So that's good, at least that works. And that is 11, which is a little low, but seems fine to me. So far it's working. I think I'm going to give it a pass, although the floppy drive isn't turning on, which is kind of an interesting thing. I'm sure all you can hear... Okay, I'm just going to turn this fan off, because I'm sure all you can hear is wind noise. And that is no fun at all. Of course, I don't know. I won't know until I watch the archive later on, if I even bother. Because usually I don't bother. You know, I should probably post the link to this before I do any other further major real testing. I want to make sure that people actually see it. Of course, somehow or another I have to actually post it. It seems that my tools for posting this are nowhere to be found. And my computer has decided it doesn't want to work. Nice. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nobody cares about you. Stupid notifications. Wish they'd go away. Make it. Doesn't decide. And that up with 8% battery. Like I said, before I really do any real testing. I don't know if somebody's already posted this. So that's what I'm doing. Manually, by the way. Like I said last time, there's got to be a better way to do this. Sounds like there's something really loud going on outside. Trash truck broke down right outside. Wish I got a video of it. I wasn't really thinking about that. That would have been funny. Probably not the correct link. Oh, look at that. Wow, it is. Oh, man. Something actually worked. Wow. Who'd have thunk it? So anyway, I just finished testing the power supply. It seems to be okay. I get 12 volts on one rail and 5 volts on another, which is good, because I'm supposed to. For whatever reason, my floppy drive isn't coming on, however. So I'm going to assume that it's working. I'm going to assume it's working. So this is what? This is a socket 7 machine. Lift up that. I'll grab my socket 7 CPU. Glorious Intel Pentium 120. with a warranty void sticker on it. Which now you can't really see, well, it doesn't matter. Let's take out this CPU. I have 2 heat sinks. Previously I had 0. Unfortunately, I don't think either of them is really going to be useful for this. I mean, I could probably run this without a heatsink. But I really don't trust that. I believe the notch is there. You could probably see the pin grid notch right here. That one. So that goes in like this, which you can't see either. This is a 0 insertion force socket, so I should be able to just pop it in and close it. Hopefully it didn't bend any pins. And you didn't see it. I just done that. Oops. But it's there. Trust me. There's a CPU in there now. And we'll take our gloriously oversized heatsink, which does not go on this CPU socket, and we'll put it in place. Actually, it probably does. You know? Oh, that won't work. That won't work at all. It's too big. Oops. So that one can't be used there, so we'll try another one. Because it always helps to have extras. So we'll put that into place. I have to put way too much pressure on this. Get that. Yeah. I don't think that's going to work either. Yeah, that one is not going to work either, so I'm going to have to go get a proper heatsink for this. But this should be good enough for a test. Since it's just a test, it should be okay. I wouldn't leave it like that. If it works, I'll probably end up just buying the proper heatsink. I'm going to hook up the motherboard power somehow. Wherever the power hookup even is. It's right here. These are keyed. The power connections. So there's no risk of putting it in here backwards. By accident. Unless there is a risk. Well, is there a risk of doing this backwards? I don't know which way these are supposed to go. No, there is a risk of doing this backwards. How is that supposed to go into place? I'm gonna have to research the pinout. Let me research the pinout. So that way, if I know the wire color codes, then I don't care about ATX, I want AT. That's why I typed in AT. This is all useless. Wow. I can't figure that out. I can't. Always position connectors such that the black wires in each connector are adjacent. Okay. So that would be like this, as follows. So this is the first connector, P8. That didn't sound very healthy, but P9. I'm going to make sure, because I have access to the motherboard manual, I'm going to have to make sure that the CPU is not running, this thing is configured properly for the CPU I've got installed. So I have to find the manual. Fortunately, Google has it, or rather, I should correct myself, DuckDuckGo has it somewhere. One of these things is the user manual. Okay, I might just download it because that's going to be a pain in the rear end. Please take the box below to get your link. I am not a robot. Oh, it's a captcha. Nice! And I can't even see half of the things. So I'm just going to select a couple of them. Please select all. I don't know. That one too? Good enough. Bridges? I don't know. I can't see this. I can't see this. Who cares? Save the file. Save the file. Man, they make it difficult to do anything now. They really do. It's like, really? Come on. All I want to do is look out a manual, for God's sakes. And you make me figure out where all the street signs in a picture are on a monitor where I can't even see them. I think they'd have figured this out. So I want page 7 of the manual. Because what I want to do, first of all, I want to make sure that voltage regulation is correct. Second of all, which I probably should have done before having this plugged in. Although it won't matter. Yeah, it won't matter. It's a baby AT, so it's always off. Unless the power switch is on, which it shouldn't be. I hope it isn't. Is it on? No, it's not. Okay, good. Map of the board. That's page 4. I'm going to ignore that. Single power plane, dual power plane. If I remember right, I need it to be set to single, because it's not an MMX CPU. Hope you can hear my talking. I don't know, sometimes you really can't. So let's go for page 7. Onboard multi-I/O, flash ROM programming, level 2 cache, real-time clock, single dual power plane. Intel P54C K5, standard 3.4, 1.2. The other one says VRE. If I remember right, VRE is for MMX and VR is for regular CPUs. But it doesn't say VR, it says STE. I don't know what that means. That could mean any number of things. Any number of things. So, what are we going to do? What was I doing? Pentium 120. What is the running voltage of the P120? 60 megahertz FSB. Hey, are you going to do your job or what? Stupid Intel website. .4 to 3.6. You know, that was completely useless because the manual says VRE is 3.5, which actually is wrong, by the way. VRE is 2.5. So, always nice to see that the motherboard manufacturer has their manual correct. I mean, do some more research. Standard versus VRE. And now the website decides it's not going to load. Why does crap can't just work when I ask it for? Ask for it. I don't know. Wow, that was useless. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I'm gonna set it to standard because it's incredibly useless. Apparently, no, that's wrong. They're wrong. Gotta love it when they are wrong. So where are the jumpers that I need to care about? It's already set for standard. So hopefully standard is correct. Although it had an MMX CPU in it, so it's jumping wrong for that. Probably gonna blow up this CPU, which is going to suck major wang. Although maybe I'm gonna leave it alone. And if it doesn't work, then I'll fix it. Hopefully it won't blow the CPU. Other thing I need to do is make sure that the bus speed's correct. It should be a 60 megahertz FSB. Where's the manual? This computer's doing really silly things. Dual power play. Automatically disabled. Okay, it's nothing to worry about now. CPU to bus. I want 60, so 8 and 9 are on 2, 3, and 10 is on 1, 2. Okay. Which is not how that is set up. So I'm going to readjust this. What's it set for now? It's set for... I think it's set for 66. Yeah, I think it's set for 66. It should be 2-1. So, okay. I don't know what... Well, alright. This is a strange thing. Come on. Give me the jumper, you stupid twat. Should probably use a pair of tweezers for this. Of course, I've got 60 pairs and all of them disappear as soon as I want them. For no reason whatsoever. I'm convinced somebody is coming in here and taking them. Forever convinced. Of course, if these jumpers were actually doing what they're supposed to do, then this wouldn't be an issue. So fine. People are going to steal my tweezers. I'll just use a jumper cable. Meter lead. And lose the jumper. What the hell? That was a stupid idea. Where could it have gone? Okay, let me make sure I don't lose that. I don't know, did it go in the underneath the board? Why does this happen every time? There it is. Every frickin' time. I swear. Swear to God. Okay. So let's jumper this right. I'm going to make sure, again, I'm just bring it right. I want 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 2, 3. Oops. Come on. 2, 3. It's probably incorrect. 1, 2. Yeah, remember when you had to do all of this manually? I need 11 and 12 set to 2, 3, and 1, 2. Alright, I'm going to pull this heatsink off. That's 11 and 12 right there. And I better plug this in because otherwise it will die while I'm trying to use it. This time, I don't think I'm going to be using a meter lead to do this. I'm going to find a pair of tweezers that is supposed to be right here, where I always put it, even though it isn't. Frank, this is getting real old real fast. Never understand why people cannot put things back where they were. Borrow it, fine. Put it back where it was. Somewhere random. Because then I can't find it. Because I leave everything where I last used it. So I can find it. I don't know how hard it is for people to understand that. I really don't know how hard that is. That's a pretty simple concept. So fine. We're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way again. Because this one needs to come off. It's a 2-1. Maybe I could pull them both out. I only need the bottom one. Which I got. Nice. So 2, 3, and 1, 2 for 2, 1. That's how that should be set up. Okay, I'm not reading the chat. So somebody's probably telling me I'm a friggin' idiot. Which, they're right. I haven't played around with this equipment since 2007. This era of equipment since 2007. Because I don't have any of it. Okay, that isn't quite true. I have laptops. But I don't have desktops. It's really too bad I couldn't use... Because this heatsink is more well-suited for something like that, as opposed to this thing, which is way too damn big. But I don't have a choice in the matter. Since... Okay, so heatsink in place. Those voltage regulation things should be set correctly. This will probably blow up the CPU. I don't feel comfortable hitting power just yet. I want a display, so I'm going to get a display. Move this out of the way. So just grab a display. Any display will do. So I'll use the biggest display I have. And coincidentally the best display I have, so if it blows up, well, that would suck. And plug it in. Just so I don't have to use another power connection, I'm going to actually make use of the motherboard's onboard power connection. Using one of these inverse IEC power cords, which you don't see anymore. And the tripod is in the way. Nice. I screwed up this fan right here. Where's the power input? It's to right angle, which does not work on this thing. So, are you prepared to watch the sparks fly? I don't know. I don't know about this. It seems like it could go wrong in many ways. Let's get that off of there so that way it doesn't short something out. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay. Oh, wow. Is it working? Yes, it is. Pentium S CPU at 120 MHz, 16 megs of RAM, no hard drives. CMOS checked some error, so our battery is dead, which kinda sucks. I have no keyboard hooked up to it, which is good. So it lives. Yes. The world is complete. Well, not really. Let's see if our heatsink is getting hot. No. Is our CPU getting hot? CPU is warm. So that's not too bad. Really, it would be beneficial if I had the proper heatsink, I had thermal compound, and I had, well, everything else that would be useful. So, I'm going to do one more thing. This heatsink will quit being stupid. Go back in place like it's supposed to be. I am going to... The floppy drive is plugged in, right? Yes. So, the floppy is there. I'm going to get a keyboard. I'll plug in the keyboard, since I've verified that the system itself is functional. This monitor is being hellaciously stupid. Why it won't sit up, I don't know. I don't have enough space to do this. The tripod and this fan are hugely in the way. See? I told you so. The monitor is going to fall. Watch. Because the stand is worthless. This fan fell for no reason whatsoever. Because the base is broken. Now at least I can plug in my keyboard. Because I have space to do it. It's already been 30 minutes. So I am tempted to call this one done, but I just want to plug in a keyboard, see what I can get out of it. I can go into the BIOS, scoot around with it in BIOS. Stupid monitor, don't be stupid. Power it up again. It's eerily silent. Delete to enter setup. So, yeah, this is a newer BIOS than the one that was on my original machine. This thing is very familiar to me, since the motherboard is identical, save for maybe a couple revisions, to the one that was in my second ever main computer. It's an Asus motherboard, which sort of limits the usefulness, but whatever. Okay, I said that the date and time was wrong, which isn't true. Well, it is. It's a couple years behind, and a couple days ahead, somehow or another. But I want to see if this is going to boot off of a floppy. I don't really have time to do this. I'm going to try it anyway. Where are my DOS packets? Let's see if it'll at least boot to DOS via the floppy. Get out of the friggin' way. Yeah, I'll teach you. Exit without saving. Yes. Probably reboot. Come on. Shouldn't find any of those. F1 to continue, nobody cares. It is booting to the floppy. Cool. So I think the floppy diskette drive is dead. Maybe not. It's just going to take forever. So, you know what? I really don't care. We'll just shut that off. The system's good. Working fine. Take our heatsink off. CPU is still, well, it's kind of hot now. Again, I really would not recommend this. Pull it out in the slot, socket. I'm going to reuse it here in a minute. I'm sure that can bend it in. Unplug. Alright. So this is done. So now, I should probably look at the chat room and see what's going on. If anything. It's not really much. So, it's a 12-watt TDP chip. So I would not run that without a heatsink. But it does seem to be okay with just a heatsink. Of course, the proper heatsink will go a long way. Get this out of the way. So I can bring over contestant number 2. Which is a lovely NEC from a lineup I had never heard of before. Even without most of the equipment in it, it's kind of heavy. The NEC Ready 9625. No idea what that means. Pentium, designed for Windows 95. It's missing one of the things here. And of course, like the previous machine, it is missing a heatsink and all of the facts. Put it on the side, pull off the cover. Somehow, pull off the cover. And maybe this time I'll actually get it to where you can see what's going on. There it is. Heatsink. CPU goes in like this. It will go in like this when I actually lift up the socket. For zero insertion force. It's more like low insertion force. Really tight. Wow. Again, I had to make sure that all of this is set correctly. I know the CPU speed's wrong right off the bat because this had a Pentium 166 in it. Already looked at all of this. So, what is JP5? Where's JP5 on the motherboard? They're not labeled correctly. Nuts. So where is 1 in JP5? Doesn't tell me. Oh, isn't that just lovely? Good job, NEC. Don't label your products. So I've got to figure this out manually. Which one is 1 and which one is 2? It doesn't say. It just says JP5. Oh, well, there's a map on the thing that I can do. So it goes like that. So it's set for VRE. It shouldn't be. I'm setting for VR. Somehow. If it'll behave and give me the friggin' thing it's supposed to be doing. Always use meter reads to remove jump reads. Best idea ever. assuming it's that. Is it? No, it's close enough. So there we are. Quite blown up. Processor core voltage, which is funny because it's not processor core voltage, it's actually processor speed. I want 120, so that's completely okay. Top one is set right. Bottom one here is set wrong. This is set wrong. This one is set wrong. Then the jumpers go flying. Don't know what you can see. Probably turn on the flash if it'll even let me. So, first one is set correctly for 120. Second one needs to be set here. Third one needs to be on. SPC 1. Although it's labeled as JP10. SPC2 is off. I'm going to leave this here. So that way if I ever find something else, I will have it. Find a faster CPU, I don't want to lose that because otherwise I'll have to find a jumper. And that would be loads of fun. Not. So once again, put this in place. Heatsink is on the CPU. Because it's too old for that. Now, if anything's going to blow up the CPU, it'll probably be this, because I think that everything is set right. You never know. Now, I need a power supply. I have one. So, I'm not going to install it, because I don't know if the machine itself works. But I have a power supply. Cheap thing. Should be good enough for testing. Again, two black wires should go beside each other. Plug them in. So go with this. Assuming it's something P8 first. So that's plugged in. All the wiring out of the computer. So that way it doesn't explode. Hopefully it doesn't ground enough. Again, no keyboard, but I can plug in a monitor. This one needs a PS2 keyboard. This is the jankiest setup ever. Will it work? That is the question. Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. I didn't plug in the monitor. Yeah. I don't smell anything. Where's the monitor? Hook up. What would you need? 3D Rage 2 graphics. Let's try it again. NEC. Wow. Look at all the NEC logos. Beep, beep. So what do we have? Phoenix BIOS. Oh, that's not good. Pentium 120. 32 megs of RAM. Diskette drive A error. Well, that could be because it's not actually good. Turn that off. And I'll get a keyboard. So it looks like both of the machines actually work. Surprise! I was expecting that neither of them would because they both had their CPUs removed. And usually when somebody removes a CPU from something, well, that's not really a good sign. It usually means there's something wrong with it. So let's see if I can get over here. It's 9:37. So this is a pretty short video. Or a pretty short live thing. Which is to be expected. I didn't think it was going to take that long. Actually, I thought it was going to take less time than it did. I thought this was only going to be like 20 minutes. I didn't plan anything else because I really don't have anything else. I mean, I could show you some new clock radios. That's kind of boring. Where's the PS2 connection? Well, the keyboard is on the bottom. I'm looking at the mouse. So the floppy drive, fine. I have an adapter, which I'm going to need to use, and I don't know where it is. Where is it? It was right there. That's what I get for moving things around. That's what I get for cleaning. Yeah, everybody wonders why I never clean anything. Gee, it's because I can't find anything afterwards. You ever think about that? No, they're only concerned with their own personal agenda. They're not concerned with anybody else's. Oh, is this it? No, that's for serial ATM. That's useless. Oh, I think it's right here. Okay. There it is. Not a lot of people watching this one today. That's fine. Admittedly, when you talk about computers for like several weeks in a row, pretty much nobody cares. It's also fun. It's kind of hard to find something else to do. Widescreen. Okay, let's put a floppy diskette in the floppy drive, assuming it works. Power it up. NEC. Incorrect drive A type. F2 to run setup. Incorrect. Really? It's a 3.5 inch, 3.5 inch floppy diskette drive. And it's wrong? Are you kidding? What a joke. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that it's correct. So we'll set that. Who cares? It still boots from it anyway, so... Yeah, 3.5 inch. I don't know why it's saying it's invalid, because it's perfectly fine. Unless it's a 720K floppy diskette drive, which it isn't. Or maybe it is. Or the drive just doesn't work. That doesn't sound very healthy. Did it kill my disc? I hope not. It might have. I see a spot on it. Let's find another drive. I've got spare floppy diskette drives. Let's just grab another one. Might be a 720. Let's put 0. And we'll give it another shot. Attempt number 2. there we go. So that floppy drive doesn't work. Again, unless it's 720K. Could be strange. There's a cooling fan. I didn't even notice there's a cooling fan there. Please wait. System setup is checking your system. Okay, so all of that works. Both of these systems will get their own video. So all of that is good. I'm going to take this heatsink off. Is your CPU too hot to touch yet? Actually, it's rather cool. The CPU is really cool. Not bad. For not having any thermal paste. Or the fan running. All this junk. And what can I do for 15 minutes? Let's fix this fan. It's probably now royally screwed. Yeah, that's completely screwed. I wish it would just sit. That's gonna fall over again. Of course, it's not going back up against the wall like the wall. Not going backwards against all this stuff like it's supposed to be doing. So I can have more space. Gotta love it when equipment doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So unplug all of this. This mess that I've now made. I'll just leave that unplugged because I know the floppy bed is dead. So plug it in. So it will be worth installing this power supply for that. What? Covered that one. This fan is beginning to piss me off. I sent him a scrapper after this is done. It's really in the way. Of course, the stuff is going all over the place, which is supposed to be. This is one of these lovely clamshell-esque cases that I love. Not. Watch that fan fall on top of the camera while I'm away from it. Well, I'm going to take the computer out of the way. And the monitor. Because we'll take the monitor out of the way too. And the keyboard. So pull this keyboard out. Where'd I put the other one? Oh, it's right here. So, I don't really think there's anything else I can do. Like I said, I could show you clock radios, but I think I'm going to save that for a video. Since that's more like a video thing, as opposed to doing it live. I'll have to move all this stuff out of the way before I can. Well, there's a lot of stuff that needs to move. Wow. In order to put this stuff away. I did pick up a third heatsink. There's one right here. I bet you can't guess what kind of a CPU it came off of. Unfortunately, this is actually for a more modern socket. One of the FM or AM sockets, like AM2 or something, I don't know. But it will not work. Actually, most of their sockets are backwards compatible, so it could be really anything. That was one thing that AMD had over Intel, was that you could reuse coolers from previous generations on newer motherboards because the cooler was the same. Can't do that with Intel. And they love to change their design every iteration. Although it's been stable for a while. Although Intel gives you crappy coolers. Those stupid infernal push pins. I can't believe they went to that design and thought it was a good idea. It wasn't. The only thing that those stupid push pins do is break. And then you gotta go buy a new cooler. What's the point of providing a cooler if it's just gonna break the instant you look at it? Don't know, but apparently Intel thinks that's worth something. They've been using it for years. I'm pretty sure that fan is gonna fall. I'll be right. I think I'll get the monitor out of the way next. Get this stuff out of the way. So that way I can clear it. CPU compatibility wouldn't surprise me. It's AMD. That's pretty much the only way they could be competitive. If they're not backwards compatible, people would have been like, well, screw this. I'm get better performance out of Intel. And then they'd be buying a whole brand new CPU every time you change the motherboard. Just go buy Intel. Because that's what people did anyway. And I think that's changing now. I think AMD has got something going for it. With their new designs. Which is good, because there hasn't been competition in the CPU market for years. Everybody left it. IBM, Cyrix, Transmeta. Although Transmeta was never competitive. I don't think I know of anybody who ever got a Transmeta CPU willingly. Actually, I don't even think they sold them. I think that was just something they put in low-cost Coopers. Like a Hitachi Vision Plate tablet I have, which I really should get working. But I don't know if I can. I think that one's toast. Need a CF card. Those aren't cheap. It also needs specialty software, which we can't get anymore. Or the touchscreen won't work, which kind of makes it useless, believe it or not. Yeah, a tablet without a touchscreen. Not really helpful. Especially when it's only got one USB port. So put this computer back away. Where it needs to go. I have a 3-day weekend. So that'll be fun. Very fun. Don't know what I'm going to do on the said 3-day weekend. Don't have anything lined up. So it should be interesting. I got videos to record though, so that'll probably be at least one of the things that I do. Record a whole crap ton of videos, which I haven't done lately. I find I get into like a little trend and a rut. I don't know what you would call it. I guess they're both trends, aren't they? But I'll start recording videos all the time, and then I'll stop for a little while, and then I'll start back up again, and then I'll stop for a little while, and that cycle repeats itself. Of course, I don't upload everything all at once. I absolutely loathe it when people upload a whole bunch of videos in the same day, and they do it every day. It's like, how can you sustain content that long? I don't get it. How can you do that? And people actually watch that. Of course, it's even worse with those stupid, ridiculous memes that people post to YouTube. Like, those dumb whatevers. What is it that's popular now? It used to be 1,000 degree glowing hot knife versus X. Mindless crapola that nobody gives a flying hoot about, but yet they watch. Thumb down because it's terrible, and it rises to the popular ranks on YouTube because likes and dislikes are treated equally, which is something I wish the dislike trolls would actually realize. It's to the detriment of them, or it's to the detriment of nobody, I should say, to be going around randomly disliking videos. Doesn't matter. I think the common thing now, I see it on the front page every once in a while, those stupid Caillou memes. Who the hell cares? Come up with some original content, people. Like, the dumbest thing ever, you know? Making money. These are the kinds of things that make money, by the way. There are ads running on these videos. For how long, I don't know, but there are ads running on them. Ads next to memes. Is that really the kind of thing that they want to do? You know, it's one thing to come up with statistics to judge the quality of content. It's another thing to use quantitative statistics to do it. Because like I mentioned, these meme videos that are the kinds of things that advertisers don't want their ads next to, this is the kind of stuff that gets views and subscribers and likes and dislikes and all of that. It is the stuff that is popular and thus gets ads and makes the user eligibility. That's what I'm trying to say, if I could actually say it right. That's what happens. So, didn't do a damn thing to get rid of all this crap content, and it just pissed off a whole bunch of people who actually made content for livings, in the case of some people. You know, ruined that whole mess and made it a bigger mess. So, I predict I've got like about 20 subscribers to go before I hit 10,000. I've got their watch hour statistics in the bag, so that's not an issue. But I predict that as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, and before they review it, or shortly after, they're going to up those statistics again, and it will make the whole thing null and void. Guaranteed. See, I'm thinking about these things. I am 100% certain that that is exactly what is going to happen. Can I do anything about it? Probably not, because they don't listen to their viewers and users. Google, that is, they don't listen to anything other than their own ego. They're stupid developers who can't do anything worth a crap. Is that going to get me a dislike? Yeah, probably. I'd said something negative about something. So, whatever. You know, if you want to shill to Google, then it's perfectly fine, but I won't. Because I won't stand for it. Okay, so I did get 2 heat sinks. This is the other one. I think it might work on the other machine, but it might not. I hope it does. I think it might be a little too big. I might have to machine it down. Which is a safe thing to do, by the way. Then again, who cares? Really? As long as I can get one of them working, it's a job well done. So how about those clocks that I picked up? Check it out. Really cheap, too. For the first time in a long time, one of these was not marked $10. No kidding. They wanted $10 for the majority of their clock radios. Not even anything good, either. Like, common crap that everybody has 6 examples of. That isn't worth having, but they're still there. And they're charging $10 for it. I don't think they sold a single one, ever. I didn't buy any of them. But, so we have that. So that will be featured in the video. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a bulb in it. So, I have to hunt one of those down. This thing here, which is conveniently right where a snooze button should be, is for the light. Turn that on and off. So I guess the idea was you wake up, you smash that, expecting it to shut the alarm up, and it turns the light on and wakes you all the way up. I don't know. But I don't think that really worked out that way. Anyways, we have that one, and then we've got this one, which I probably shouldn't have bought because the VFD is weak. But it does have a vacuum fluorescent display in it. I wonder if I could turn the video light on, or if this thing is gonna... No, I can't turn the video light on. Because apparently it thinks it's too hot, but I think you could probably see that there's a VFD in there. I already have one of a similar design, but that one has got a red LED display. This one's got a VFD, so that's why I picked it up. Don't know if I'll keep it. Probably will, because VFDs are cool. Don't know if I'll use it, because it's high hour. Don't want to put any more hours on it than it already really has. And I don't have anything else to show you, or to talk about. So Chris should be live, like, right now. 4 minutes from now officially, but he usually starts, like, 10 minutes early. So, that's on. You know where to go. I don't have anything else to put here. So, enjoy your Pentiums. It's time for a Pentium 2 processor. Yeah, some of you know Intel ads will probably get where that's coming from. I play them on my Blue End Radio broadcast every once in a while. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this in enough time, if I don't fall asleep, there will be a broadcast at 2 a.m. So, maybe that'll work. If you can't post links, there is not a damn thing I can do about it. I got it set, and I checked and verified that it's set, that links are allowed. So, don't know, don't care, can't do a damn thing. This thing is way too limited. Like I said, there's probably a better way to do all of this, but I don't care. So, there's that. Good night. Have fun. Go watch Friday Night Renegade show. And take care. I just hit the X and it didn't stop. Are you gonna keep ignoring me? Yes, I want to stop it. Like, duh.